Hi everyone, this is Tori from Tori's Teacher Tips. I wanted to make a quick video today because I discovered something kind of useful and helpful when you're making a preview file that you might post on Teachers Pay Teachers or Teacher's Notebook, and I wanted to show it to you today. Right now I have PowerPoint open and I have a piece of digital paper as my background. I like to have a little pop of color. On top of the paper I put a frame, and I like to use the frame that has the white background instead of the transparent, because if it were transparent then you'd see the paper behind it, and I want my preview pages to pop out. Another thing I like to do is I like to click on that frame, and then if you click up here in Picture Tools, you can change the color of this white frame. Sometimes what I notice when I put my white pages onto the white frame, they kind of get lost. So it's nice to have a little color behind them. So if you actually go over here, make sure you clicked on the Picture Tools, and you go over here to the word color, you can change the color of that frame. They do give you some options here. I often find that their options are not the best options. So I'll go down here to more variations, and here you can pick some more neutral or softer colors. Some of their colors are kind of bright for me. And my background, I really like to be softer. I just want a little bit of color. I don't want it so white. So that will be good right now. Now I'm going to enter some pages on top of here to make my preview file. So the best thing to do when you're getting ready to do this is when your product is complete, and you think it's in that sellable condition, make sure that I usually save that product in 3 different ways actually. I save it as a PowerPoint. That way I can go back and edit it if I need to. I also save it as a PDF file. And lastly, I save it as a JPEG, and I save the entire document in all 3 ways. I'm just going to show you that real quick here, just in case you wanted to see. When you go into your Save As area, if you just leave it, it will save it as a PowerPoint. But if you click on that tab, now you can also save it as a PDF file, which is really what you want to do when you're getting ready to sell a product. You want to keep all your fonts and frames and any clip art that you use. You want to make sure that you have that secure, so you want to save it as a PDF. Also, down here, if you look here, it says JPEG. That will save it as a picture file, and that's really nice when you want to add your document into another document, and it will keep everything intact. So those are the 3 ways that I usually save my documents each time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a file that I've already saved as a JPEG file. And so you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the file. I'm trying to show you the label at the bottom. There it is. So this is the file I've created already as a JPEG. I usually label my files specifically as what they are. So this one is the computation strategies, and I put JPEG actually in the title of my file, so I know that that's the one I want. Oops, and I'm sorry, I'm already in Save As, so I'm going to go back into Insert Picture. No wonder it wasn't coming up like I wanted it to. So now I'm going to grab that file again. Okay, so now again, here I'm in the computation strategies. Okay, so let's say I'm getting ready to insert some documents into my preview file, and let's say I would just want to add a bunch of this worksheet type to see, so I can give my buyers a preview. I'm going to click on that one and make it blue, and then I'm going to hold down the control key as I scroll down and find more. So that creates a blue box around everything that I want. So I'm going to continue to click and make everything that I want blue. Let's say I want to skip these and I want to go here to here, and I'm going to do more than I typically would do just so you can see. But oh, let me try that again because it didn't like how many I picked. Let's try that again. So I'm going to pick some and let's skip a couple and do these guys here. So now I'm going to hit the word insert. I took my finger off control, and now it grabbed everything that I had blue. So I have a whole bunch of them all at once. Now the nice thing about doing it this way is if you grab the corner of one of these, and I can shrink them all down to exactly the same size. So each one will be the same exact size. So I'm making them pretty small here. I would typically make a document or a preview file with my objects pretty small, just because usually I have a lot of pages that I want to fit on here. So now I'm going to click away from them because I've sized them all the size that I want, and I want them all the same size. So if I click away, it'll release all of that, the boxes to help me label. Now I can pull them separate, and now I can easily move my picture file where I want it to go. And then I can arrange them. Now when you pull them apart, you will notice that they sometimes won't, if you notice what I did here, they won't nicely lay on top of each other because the way I click on them is the order that they will position themselves. So they actually, some of them will tuck behind other ones. If you want to solve that problem, let's say I want this one on top of this one, I come over here to say bring forward, and I'm going to click on that until it pops forward. And I may have to click on it a few times because each one has an order. So it will bring it on top of the ones that I want. So then now I can position my sheets in a certain way. So let's say I want that one forward, so I'll keep clicking on it until it comes where I want it to be. So that's what I wanted to show you today, how you could click on some JPEG files, and if you click on multiples, you can position them and arrange them how you want and make them all the same size, and you can do it pretty quick and easily. So hopefully you learned a tip or two today, and I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.